We doing a watch video today? Oh, we are. We're upgrading from a G-Shock to an Apple Watch. Now, full disclosure, I have opened this box and I have played with my watch. So, we'll go on the pretend unboxing, such is the internet. What do we get? Series 8, aluminum sport, 45 millimeters in the medium large. These little flippy tabs here. Half the fun of buying an Apple product is the unboxing and the materials used. It's always kind of interesting. I just noticed that if you look real close, there are subtle Apple watches in the white. I never noticed that before. Actually, you almost can't see that in real life, but it shows up on the camera, oddly enough. Interesting. Hopefully I will not reveal any hidden information about myself, because like I said, I have opened this already. Magnetic charger. Oh, come on, little fella. You just pop on out. Eat. Let's off camera we'll enter the old passcode in. I don't think there's any information here that's like top secret. I set it up that way so I can get used to all the apps. Let's look at some of this other stuff. Unfortunately, coming from a G-Shock, I'm probably going to have to get, a different watch band. Or I shouldn't say the watch band's the problem, but I'm going to need probably a protective, what do you call it? Case, I guess. And I'll show you, we'll talk about some of the things that are like a little bit, all right, let's just talk about this. So the way this, if you know about Apple Watches, it just slides in, right? But if this is new to you, you might find this a little bit interesting. Watch me call 911 here real quick. It's like last time I did some sort of live Apple product, I called 911 in the middle. So it's really weird. One of these sides on my watch, like that's kind of loose. This one's super snug, but whatever. That's the way the thing goes together. No protection, but so I wear my watch on my right arm, which would be typically what a left-handed person would do. So Apple allows you to rotate. They call this the crown. Out of the box, it comes this way, so all your stuff's oriented that way. So when it's on your left arm, you can do it with your right hand. But it allows you to tell the watch which hand you're wearing it and if you want to flip it around. So I'm going to wear mine like this over here, clickety-clacking. Well, I went to go buy cases. They literally don't make rugged cases designed for this side. Now, this gets a little nuanced. So yes, I'm wearing this here, and if you look at it, all the text is correct. I can read the text, all that. But there's no option on a G-Shock to flip the buttons around. So when you go from this orientation to rotating it around the button that way, all the watch, they're all going to be upside down text. I'm just like, so weird. So my other option is to orient it back this way, then like reach around. Well, that's not happening. So yeah, stay tuned. Further videos will come. Well, let's look at some stuff here. What do we got? All right, I don't need to enter the passcode again. I'm not gonna lie. It's taking a second to get used to this thing. Walkie-talkie mode, kind of fun. You could chat with somebody on the walkie-talkie mode there. One of the coolest features is this thing right here. Find your phone. Oh man, that's amazing. This flashlight is pretty cool. Tap that, it goes bright. Just got a flashlight on your wrist. No thanks. Oh, come on. Seriously, we're just going to do nothing but passcodes. This thing's kind of cool. Shows your activity. calories burned walk or moving. Green one's exercise, and that's standing. I got some work to do today. Let's check out my weekly summary. How am I doing? Walk 12 miles in 3 days. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Thing does all sorts of crazy stuff. Does electrocardiograms, blood oxygen, heart rate. If I'm ovulating, it'll tell me that. I'm not really looking forward to ovulating, but you never know. Things happen. I was a little nervous when I first put it on if I was going to get a bunch of bad news from my watch about my heart, but turns out L Shelves is good to go. So, I'm coming from this thing, and then we'll talk about this watch too. The differences, the pros, the cons. And there are definitely some. So this is a G-Shock Solar. I don't know the model. It's back there. If you can get that in focus, you might be able to tell the model. Pretty nice watch. Essentially break proof as far as regular wear. This is a solar, so the batteries are usually always good. That's nice. This particular model has the black back screen, which is kind of a pain in the butt to read. But, it looks cool. This watch, the battery, whatever. You're charging that thing every day, I promise you. Kind of feels like it's a fragile thing that could explode at any moment, Kind of expensive as well compared to this. This wasn't a cheap watch, but nothing compared to one of these. No connectivity, obviously. This just does, time. This particular one, you got sea rise, fall, you got multiple time zones. There's a bunch of pre-programmed stuff in here, but essentially it's a watch with date, That's what I use it for. This one, it connects to your phone, if you have an Apple phone, obviously, which I do. So text messages come across it. You can play and pause whatever's playing on your phone. So if you're listening to audio, you can do all that. It's got 32 gigs of memory, which is mind-boggling to me for a watch. The weather's on it as long as you're close. Now, I've worn it for a couple of days, and my first reaction is my hope was I could wear it when I was at work, and it would connect to my phone in my car when I'm doing construction. And if I got a phone call, I could decide if I need to go check it. But the connectivity, I don't know what they're coming up with these. They're claiming so many meters inside and so many meters outside. Well, technically I'm outside, but my phone's inside a car. Well, basically the connectivity is garbage. But it does reconnect, so I guess you get some sort of, but we were kind of hoping, or I was kind of hoping, it'd be a thing where you'd get notified, but whatever. There's a million videos like this, and I'm not going to do the how-tos and the thises and the that's. It's just, I unbox stuff that I get in my life, and I talk about it, and you could change the faces and all sorts of crazy stuff. So far, I've got a dress band, which I don't have out for this video because I'm just trying to focus on these two watches here. And I'll show that in a separate video, I guess. But, yeah, Series 8, I believe, is what this is. So, I definitely didn't jump in on the Apple Watch roller coaster when it first came out. I'm pretty deep in, so 8 versions later, but it's pretty cool. I like the exercise thing. The other night it gave me a notification that I should get up. You said you've been sitting too long playing. I was playing video games. Get up. It's that's probably not bad advice, if you're sitting around too much. Oh yeah, one more thing. We'll just talk about one more thing here while I'm sitting here babbling. It's kind of cool. If I can get it to come up. Let's see here. This thing right here, the sleep. This is kind of cool. Yeah, I go to midnight, wake up at 8 a.m. So check that out. It tracks your sleep cycles. Let me get that focus. So red is when you're awake. Let's scroll up. Light blue is your REM sleep. Core, they call it core for Apple. That's technically light sleep. And then deep sleep. So, and you can watch your sleep cycles and figure out when you were awake. And it's pretty accurate. I've been tracking my sleep for this is the third night. And yeah, what was weird is I had to get up one night to deal with my dog, and I kind of forgot I did it until I looked at the watch. As soon as I saw the watch, it said at 5 a.m. and you were awake. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I woke up and went outside, helped my dog out a little bit, and doing the dog thing or whatever. And yeah, kind of crazy. Do I need it? Do you need it? Does life work without it? Obviously you don't. It's just another little weird little piece of technology that's I don't know. I'm into tech, so hopefully I'll be able to get a rugged case. I may have to get one with the shock. You know, they say shock and protection or shock. You know what I mean? Like they all the rugged cases say that, but they're going to be upside down. I guess it's the only thing I can come up with because I'm not going to start wearing my watch on the other wrist. I've been wearing it on my right hand for my entire life since I was like middle school. So, all right, rambled way too long. Whatever. There's lots of different choices out there for watches. You can also just like ask somebody what time it is, and that's an option too. So, stay safe.